You know, Anna, it doesn't only lack urgency, it lacks seriousness, it lacks the scale that it needs to be, and it lacks the adequate sums of money that we need. You know, it's really important. We can give China a little tiny, tiny, tiny hat tip for coming up with, a billion yuan, 200 and some odd measly US dollars. But the reality is that we don't only need 10 times that, we don't need 100 times that, we need actually more like 1,000 times that per year to be on course to attempt to achieve that 30 by 30 target. And so we're way off course when we're 1,000 times short of the mark that we need to be at on annual giving to put into this, to get this process going. So we've got to do much, much more. And of course, the U.S. doesn't get a break either. They're actually, sleeping at the wheel, not even involved and not a member, a party of this treaty, and they haven't been for 3 decades. So we really got to get the seriousness in the game. We've got to get the scale where it needs to be, and we've got to get the sums to the right size, because they're way off the mark right now.
Right, Michael, when you say we need to do much, much more, what would you like to see in the near term?
Well, in the near term, we've got to get the money there. China's commitment, in the past few days was very, very important. Putting up the 200 and some odd million, about $232 million into this process is really important. So let's not, understate that. But that is off by 1,000x of where we need to be, where the United Nations says we need to be in per year commitments. So we've got to get at least the right amount of money, because a lot of countries need resources to begin the process to roll back the threats to biodiversity. And without the resources, they're not going to be able to do it. So we've got to get the big countries in the West, namely the United States, in the game. It's ridiculous. This environmentally schizophrenic administration we have under Biden is outrageous. They haven't even moved. They're attending this conference virtually. How are you going to be seriously engaged in the protection of the planet's biodiversity by participating in the leading conference to tackle that problem by coming in virtually? It's outrageous.